Hi, it's Victoria Gallagher from HipTalk.com, and today I want to answer a question that I get asked from some of my customers. This one in particular wrote that how did you begin with hypnosis? I want to change my brain. It's something I've heard a lot over the years. I've taken a few classes, but you've already done so much of the work, and I really like Hip Talk. Thank you very much. And I always felt so amateur. I didn't want to mess it up. I was just curious, what was your motivation for starting this? And did other people in your family encourage you? I'm just curious, especially with so many people finding their passion, how did you know that this was what you wanted and that you would do so well? So thanks, Nikki, for the question. I appreciate that. And it's always kind of an interesting story, or it's an interesting, where did I get my start? How did I decide that I wanted to do this? Did I know that I was going to do a good job? And I think the thing is to keep in mind is that I always had this interest pretty much since the time I was 18. I was given a book or recommended a book having to do with self-confidence. And in that book, which I read like cover to cover, and it was like one of those things where it asks you to answer a lot of questions, and then it has you do, closed eye techniques and things like that, which I think they even did talk about self-hypnosis in this book. So at that time, I had such a shift in my life from just reading that material and really gaining self-awareness and gaining insight into who I was and what I really wanted, and setting a goal for myself, and seeing myself in my visualizations. And so from that point in my life, that's where kind of like the whole personal growth idea popped in my mind. I didn't know that I wanted to necessarily go into that field, but I always knew that for me it was just something that I always wanted to work on. And I loved self-hypnosis from that moment, and it just never really occurred to me that that was something I was actually going to do until way later in life. I mean, I had already, by the time that I became certified in hypnosis, I had already been hypnotized to do various things from time to time. I had already read so many books about hypnosis. I had been taking so many personal growth classes, and in these classes, and I think that this for me is where it all kind of came together. I was taking some seminars, weekend seminars, and we would do these closed eye techniques, and I would just get such a profound amount of change from that. It just really, I was able to forgive a lot of people and let go of a lot of resentments, and just really, really believe in myself. And at the time, I was a financial consultant, and I was earning, really nice, comfortable, cushy income, and I really kind of felt like I had my whole life ahead of me and planned out, and this is the way it was going to be. And, I was really pretty adamant that I, wouldn't change anything. But, going through these seminars, I kind of got in touch with that that wasn't really my passion anymore. And what I was really passionate about was helping other people. There was a question that was asked to me from one of the seminars, and it was like, if you had all your needs met for everything, you had enough love, enough money, enough food, enough energy, enough time, enough everything, what would you do? And I said, well, basically, I would help everybody else get that too. And why not? Why wouldn't we want everyone to be happy if we're totally fulfilled and have everything that we want ourselves? And so then, of course, the next obvious answer and question came that, well, since, you're probably never really going to be like 100%, satisfied with all those areas of your life. Otherwise, you would just sort of float off the planet and your time would be done. You wouldn't really have anything. We are always striving for something. There's always something to work on. And so if we're always striving and working on something, we're always going to kind of, be challenged with something in our life. Then why wait for all those things to be finished? Because they're never going to be fixed. They're never going to be all 100% the way that you want them to be. You're going to get you're going to get to a certain point in your life and you're going to achieve something. And then, that is going to be your new level of self-awareness. And so from that place of that self-awareness, you're going to want to achieve another level of self-awareness in some other area of your life. And, so it's a balancing act, and we're always working to achieve more, strive more, but bringing forth who we really are, bringing out to the world who we really are. And so once I got in touch with, I wanted everybody else to have that. It just really became a matter of kind of figuring out what the correct tool was for me to do that. And I had, thought about maybe getting certified in coaching, but, I was making these meditations for myself, and I was listening to them myself in my own voice. My boyfriend at the time owned a recording studio, and I would actually go in and be all fancy with, creating the script and doing that. And I loved it. I just loved, I'm with you guys. I love the sound of my voice. So, there's a few people out there that don't. That's fine. Yeah, I can accept that. But the majority of people, really, really love my scripts, my writing, my voice. And, I did too. And I thought, wow, what if, and it was just one day, it's like, what if I could create my own website and, have a whole library of, these kinds of closed eye techniques, the things that I was learning about and making such massive changes in these seminars. And, what if I could bring that to you in your home and allow you to, get in touch with those things in the comfort of your own home. You don't have to spend $500 and attend a 4-day seminar. I loved having people do that, and I plan to have my own, 4-day seminars doing that one of these days. But it was just kind of like, what if I could do that? And that idea just grew out of control. It just wouldn't leave me alone. It was like, you have to do that. You have to make this happen somehow. And, one thing led to another. I stumbled by mistake to a local hypnosis certification school when I was living in Las Vegas, and the class was starting in like 2 weeks, and I said, that's it, I'm going, signing up, sign me up. I was ready to get certified in hypnosis, hypnotherapy, and kind of the rest is in NLP, and the rest is sort of history, because after I became certified and opportunity sort of presented itself as I was, and when I say opportunity, not everybody would necessarily look at this the same way. So I was in the process of just kind of like on the side, trying to start my own business, and I was opening an office because I was actually going to see clients before, just to get more experience with it and do what I love to do, in addition to the tapes at the time. They were tapes. That's how long ago that I started, and then they became CDs, and now primarily people are just doing downloads. But my branch manager, where I was a financial consultant, kind of caught wind of my, me getting a business license and all of that stuff. And he said, Victoria, I got to tell you, this is really a conflict of interest, and we, just kind of need you to make a decision and commit to one thing. And at that time, there was no income from my hypnotherapy business. I was just doing all my sessions for free, just to get practice, and I was just writing scripts and recording sessions and just kind of creating the website on the side. And so there was no income, but he basically told me that I'd have to get rid of my office, get rid of my business license, do all that stuff in order to stay there. And he said, give you like 30 days to think about it. And so I took my 30 days to think about it, quit my job, with no income. And, I will tell you, it was a little bit of a struggle for the first couple of years. I really thought that I knew all there was to know about do what you love and the money will follow. And that was a great mantra that I had at the time. And I thought at a very surface conscious level that that's what you do, and that is what you do. But it took me a little while for that conscious thought to become the reality. But that was only a couple of years, and I was young, and now I do what I love, and the money does follow. And and it never was about the money to begin with, because obviously I quit a very high-paying career just to, step into a profession that I absolutely love. I love helping people. I love watching the changes, like metaphorically watching people's eyes come open, through the great reviews and the testimonials that I still get all the time from my wonderful customers. So anyway, I hope this inspired you. That was my main reason for telling you about me, is maybe you'll see something about yourself in this video. Maybe there's something that is getting in your way of following your passion. That's how I did it. It, definitely took some time to really get things going, but, I just kept at it, and I kept believing, and I kept doing, being consistent and persisting and being committed. And that's what you have to do to follow your dream and your pursuit. So anyway, like I said, I hope this helped you to get to know me a little bit more, and maybe get to know yourself anymore, and a little bit more. And I wish you all the best of success in your life, whatever endeavors you think about for yourself. I hope you'll pursue them. So I'm Victoria Gallagher from HipTalk.com, and we have many wonderful hypnosis products designed specifically to help people just like you to follow their dreams and bring their dreams to reality. So maybe you'll check those out. And anyway, in the meantime, have a wonderful day. Bye.